good person to ask this question. What's up with people in wrestling? One, because I asked that in that way, because as you grow up older, usually you go, all right, I don't fuck with wrestling anymore. But that usually isn't the case. It's still a fully thriving business with grown-ups taking their grandkids and all these different things. What's the obsession with wrestling that keeps people?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure, like, why exactly I still watch it. It still entertains me.
No, you don't just watch it, man. You participate.
I know for a fact there's some nerdy shit.
Yeah, my homeboy like it.
I just don't give a, I just really don't give a fuck. I know people judge me on it. Like, I've had women judge me on it. Like, nigga, you grown watching wrestling. I just be like, it is what it is.
I'm about to say, man, love what you love, man.
It's just like the whole storylines, the matches. It's just entertaining as fuck.
But I'm asking, in today's age where you know that shit ain't real, a lot of it ain't real. How is it still captivating?
That's that's hard to answer.
That's how I got off. When I used to watch Stone Cold and Rock Slam,
you thought that was real?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I definitely did.
I did.
You got to put wrestling, like, I knew wrestling was fake all my life. Like, even when I was a kid, I seen like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I went to like a WCW show. He about to hit the dude with a 2x4. The 2x4 break before he even hit the guy in the head. So I knew it was fake. And like they used to they had a show on Fox talking about how they do the fake shit and whatnot.
Like they used to do with the magician.
Yeah, the magician.
I said I thought it was real when I was real little, but I knew it was fake when the Rock and
I just compared it to like a regular TV show.
Of course.
I just compared it to a reality show.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
I could
See,
it's like
I fall in a weird place because I stopped watching it when like I was little, but then I started back when like Stone Cold and The Rock and them were popular, right? And I was older then, you know what I'm saying? But I don't watch it now. But if you were like send me a clip and it had like Stone Cold or The Rock, I'd be like, oh, I'm about to watch this shit. Like I still love their old promos and old matches and all that shit. But I'm not into it today. But like the Attitude Era of the WWF, loved it. Can't get enough. If I played a video game, I'm picking somebody from the Attitude Era, nigga. Like I fucked with it.
I stopped watching when like SmackDown came. When like SmackDown.
That's when it started getting shitty though.
That's when it was cheesy to me. I was like, oh, this shit ain't real. I'm gonna go watch Eve show and Moesha. Maybe we just had a UPN.
I see it no different than Moesha.
Yeah, same.
It's just like a male
for
soap
me, like
opera.
The Rock and Stone Cold were just so funny and shit. Like the shit they say is just so hilarious, and it's like his character is like, I can beat anybody's ass in the world, and I'm like, that's entertaining.
Nowadays it's a lot different because they don't really, the promos not as entertaining.
Damn, for real.
So you just gotta like the art of the wrestling.
See, I don't like that. I like the promo.
I never cared about that.
I like a nigga cutting the promo.
Yeah.
Like when I like when Raw come on and the Rock walk out that bitch in regular clothes and grab a mic and talk for 10 minutes. Like that was my favorite part.
And then somebody run from off the shit and slide in the ring.
Like I like that kind of ridiculous shit. Like the art of it wasn't enough for me because I don't have a great attention to detail.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like a dance.
Yeah, and I'm more of a talker. I want to hear talking.
It's definitely choreography.
Yeah, and that don't do nothing.
That's why my favorites is like you said, Rock and Stone Cold.
Yeah,
some of the people who would talk and perform and shit. Jerry Lawler, I used to love him. He would say them crazy.
Yeah, he would always side with who.
Oh, we have a swallow knocker.
No, that's Jim Ross. Jerry Lawler. Jerry Lawler used to always like whoever Vince McMahon like, and Jim Ross would hate whoever Vince McMahon hate. Yeah.
What? Are you crazy?
How dare you say that about the Triple H? He's Vince's right hand man, and I'm just like, it's just all so funny. The things that they say are all just so funny.
Now it's different. If you listen to the commentary, it's more sports. Like you feel like a football game.
See, for real,
it's more technical.
It makes me feel like how like an old nigga don't like young rappers. That's how it make me feel when you explain it.
My wrestling was the best.
It's definitely like way more nerdy now.
I feel that
it take a lot to get into it. You got like the art of wrestling.
Damn, that's interesting. I honestly didn't know this.
That's a good answer because I'm like, what is it that keeps you watching now? Because it doesn't seem to be as good as it used to be. Something like that.
You gotta switch it up because I grew up in the same era with y'all where like you watching niggas saying puppies and shit. They having pudding matches and shit. I watched all that shit.
Right, hilarious.
But then I
bra and panties matches and shit.
I think I stopped watching wrestling for like maybe a year or two because I think they just wasn't showing it in Jacksonville. Can you remember like when You remember when like UPN went away and then like
because it was on UPN.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch SmackDown,
Yeah.
so I ain't watched wrestling for like 2 years, so I was like out of it. And then when I come back, it's like more technical. And it took me a while to get into it, but like I got.
That's
back into
super
it.
dope. Good answers,
I'm
man.
watching
Because I'm over here thinking like, why don't I love it anymore? And then you explain it, you're like, yeah, that ain't even the same shit.
It ain't entertainment.
Yeah,
now.
our
It's more
shit
art.
was like a male soap opera meets reality TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yes.
characters, like people getting sacrificed. Val Venus got his dick choked off by a Chinese man and shit. Just crazy shit.
Stone Cold, somebody in the ambulance, the nigga whip his ass. You see it's Stone
Right,
Cold.
yeah.
It's like,
Like,
it's
the
Stone Cold.
the Godfather be like offering nigga hoes before the fight.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
fight
that-
me and have me kick your ass, or you can take one of these lovely ladies.
It do have like it's certain moments. Like for example, my favorite wrestler is Kevin Owens.
Never heard of him.
Never heard
He's
of
a
him.
white dude. So they brought Machine Gun Kelly out. Machine Gun Kelly was reforming. And Kevin Owens, he just walked out and just like punched Machine Gun Kelly in the face and just like power bombed him off the stage. It has its moments.
Yeah,
like,
see, that's
like
exactly
that.
what I'm talking about.
But that's the part
All
I
right,
would enjoy.
my last wrestling question: who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
Diamond Dallas Page.
That's a hell of an answer.
DDP.
I hit a nigga with the sharpshooter. No, the diamond cutter. Yeah, the diamond cutter.
AKA the Stone Cold Stunner.
It was
But
almost
the
the same.
DDP
It's
was
different.
Yeah, but DDP was first.
He don't drop you on your shoulder.
He like jumps forward,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I just fought with bro.
Who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
He picked a crazy one. Makes me want to pick a crazy one, but I'm a simple man. It's either Rock or Stone Cold.
Of course.
Half and half
All
with
right,
them two.
damn, I
If I
hate
had
to
to
do
pick my
this.
second, I go Rock or Stone.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me your most obscure favorite wrestler. There you go. So no, you know
Oh,
it's a Rock for you.
obscure favorite
Yeah.
wrestler? All right, so if I'm not going to go with The Rock or Stone Cold and I had to go with someone else, man, I might fucks with D'Lo Brown, bro.
I was gonna say I don't like him. He seemed like the fat, chubby, like. Yeah, I'm bad. Like he used to make facial moves and shit that I didn't.
The reason
like.
that I like D'Lo Brown is because when The Rock was when I first started watching the wrestling again, The Rock was in the Nation of Domination. But Farouk was the leader. And it was something about The Rock I used to, and everybody
When he
hated
say
The Rock.
these names, I'm like, holy shit,
And
I know
everybody
these
hated The
names.
Rock. And I started watching it and I was like, man, I love this dude right here. And it was during the time where The Rock started taking over as the leader, right? So like, he had like the flunkies and shit like D'Lo Brown and The Godfather before he was The Godfather. I don't remember who he was. They like turned their back first type of shit. Like The Rock would say something to D'Lo Brown and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? They like just turn their back and they like helped catapult The Rock into being The Rock. And then D'Lo got his own time where people fuck with him. He walk out and do his thing and shit. So I was like, I fuck with him because I was the only one fucking with The Rock. So he like helped The Rock take over the nation and start being the real bad guy Rock that everybody hated. Like the bad guy Rock was my favorite Rock.
Yeah, that one who was who would be cussing the shit.
Oh,
on
he would just walk out there and just talk about how rich he was. He like The Rock walks out here in his $500 shirt. Just like this.
Come on. And all you candy ass Rudy Poo candy asses.
And niggas like, yeah, it was just, yeah.
One of my favorite obscure one was Ultimate Warrior, man.
I fuck with the Ultimate Warrior.
That motherfucker just had tons of energy, yo.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. This is my true last wrestling question. I hate to be this nerdy, but I got to do it.
Your favorite nigga, you're nerdy.
Your favorite wrestler, your finishing move of all time.
That's what I was gonna answer when he said DDP.
Yeah.
I started thinking of that.
Favorite finishing move.
Sorry,
of all time.
two of them for me. The DDT from fucking who?
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
And the Undertaker Power Driver, man.
Oh, the Tombstone.
I just thought the Tombstone. I just thought that shit was far too dangerous. You know? Like you putting a man head, balls in your face, and you finna drop on the floor with his head.
Yeah,
like,
that's
that
kind of
was
how I
too
feel about
much
the
to me.
sharpshoot. I mean, yeah, the what is Triple
I
H's
didn't
finish?
love-
The pedigree.
Pedigree, yeah.
The pedigree. That's how I felt about that.
You know which one I love too, man? Sorry.
Because they make it look like your face just
That
slammed.
sweet chin music, man.
Oh, that
That's a
might
good
be
one.
my
That's
favorite finishing move.
because he would be
bro.
creeping. Like, oh, you finna get up? Whew.
That might be because he'll turn his back on the motherfucker with some sweet chin music. But hell yeah, me and HBK together. HBK just turned his back. That's how they used to talk right there.
Damn, I gotta think of my shit.
Come on, give it to us, Amp.
Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh, Chris-
They swore
Chris-
that they didn't know what was going to happen.
Chris Jericho, the Lion Tamer.
Oh, that was hard.
That's
how
what-
he
I don't
fold
remember
your.
that.
It's kind of like what is it? It's kind of like.
I think it's like a Boston Crab.
That's exactly. It's kind of like a
But
Boston crab.
he put his knee in your neck. And do
Yeah,
it.
that shit hard. That shit hard.
Yeah, that sounds like some
Yeah,
Chris
that
Benoit.
shit hard. Right, man.
Sorry.
I did like his finisher, but he redacted. I can't.
Oh man, dog. Shout out to the cripple across face,
Oh,
man.
Just the name of that shit.
Shout out to the murder
This
weapon.
dude I know on Twitter.
I thought that was bad. Holy shit.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know how you raw hype, but we raw hype responsibly.
Ooh.